I know you're doing something. I knows it. Standing here.
Nie ma sodu.
All right.
You good? You need help.
I thought him just standing there. Don't pull it. You only take the slack. Don't try to jerk it when it's not moving. Julian. Oh boy. Here. We got through here. Water never goes as far as you think it should go. Alright, see, in the hole, 30 days in the hole. Ooh, they cut nice. That sawdust just tears me up. That thing is going to fight me the whole way. And why would it do that to me?
Everything fights you up.
I'm glad you realize that. Alright. Yeah, you would find that 4-foot level and loop around in there. Ooh. Shake and rattle and roll.
Go. Yeah, right there. You had it. There.
Shaking the camera, shaking.
Now you want me to put that through the...
Not yet. Nope. Nope. I'm having enough issues. Oh, I see. That one thing. Once that thing gets a twist in it, it doesn't want to feed through them holes. Okay, right there.
I'll put it in. Oh, we have to punch those holes out.
Huh?
We have to punch those holes out.
Yeah.
No, are you doing the bottom or the top ones?
Bottom, that's where your holes come in. Just pull through the hole first. Pull through the hole first. The less turns and kinks you gotta get, the easier it is to feeds.
No, ain't no way we're making it. Ouch.
Now feed her up through there. Yep, we're gonna need a little more wire. Ain't that something? I left a bunch of wire back in the pole barn too. I'll have to, might be able to get some at Walmart. Here, don't worry about that. You feed her up through. Make sure we got a 75-foot roll. That's where it gets ugly when you do that. Because I don't like to come up through there. Nope, that won't be enough.
How about this over just in case we need it? I think it's gonna be cool doing the ceiling though.
So you set that about as low as you can get it. Reach in there, lightly pull across this casing. And then when you get to the very end of it, then you like digging hard. And once you do that, see a very light score there.
Yeah.
And then you get to the end and you cut hard so it splits open like that.
Yes.
And you want to leave, I don't know, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch back in there.
Yeah.
Cut that off. All this cardboard comes out. You expose your
copper wire.
Right? So black is hot, white is neutral, ground is ground. Okay. Same thing, you reach in here, lightly score. That means don't try to cut all the way through it. Don't cut your hand like I almost just did. So you come down here, and then when you get to the end, like that far, then you want to push in and cut it. To do that.
Yeah.
And then when you pull that, then it'll strip it all the way back. There was a time I wouldn't nowhere dare touch any wiring. And I got, when I lived in Airville, it's right, well, this was before I met your mom, but same house.
What? Met my mom?
I mean, met your granny. Well, same thing. I met your granny and your mom.
My mom?
And then,
What were you saying? You forgot already.
no, I was thinking here quick.
Oh.
I had a well pit. Old time well pit would be in the ground. It was 10 feet down. What they call a jet pump. And,
Yeah.
And it flooded out. you get heavy rain, and sometimes there'd be so much groundwater to come up from the bottom. So I had to pump that thing out. I bought a sub pump, pumped it out. And the elder gentleman was helping me. So I got it all pumped down. The jet pump and everything was on top of a cinder block. A couple cinder blocks, and then there was 2 solid blocks about that thick. That was laying down there. I was standing on that. The water had been pumped out as low as I could get it, which was just very minimal water left in there. But everything's damp and wet. So pulled the contacts off. Had like points in there that would tell it to pump when to click on and click off. Pressure tank. So went to had a old-timey handle thing, click on to turn the power off, to turn the power on. So he said, go ahead and turn that on, because you know it had old-timey fuses.
Yeah.
Tristan blew one of the fuses, right, like it's supposed to. So we replaced the fuse, and I flicked that switch down. Well, it lit me up like you will not believe. Up out of there I came. I didn't go back down in there for a couple of days. There was just too much moisture everywhere, I guess. So when we got that running again, I put a sump pump in the bottom of it with a float. So whenever the water would rise and that float would turn sideways, it would kick that pump on automatically. So it would never get deep enough to, you know. I hadn't did anything
with wiring since?
With wiring until we built the house.
Wow.
So you were talking probably 25, 30 years. And then that's when, you know, YouTube came along.
Yeah.
And then Bob, my brother-in-law, he's an electrician, and met electricians at the church. And one of them came over. I hired him to come over and wire stuff up for me, because I didn't want to mess with it, you know.
Yeah.
And he kind of told me the rudimental things about it, you know, what you can and can't do. So, okay. The brass side is your hot side.
Yeah, and the green side's your...
Your green is ground, your silver is neutral. Okay. Those screws.
Yeah, this is reflecting off. Yep.
Yeah, see.
Yes.
So that's so you can't, you know, mess nothing up.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll wire in on this hot side, right? And the neutral.
Yep.
And then we'll take the hot and the neutral out to this line, which is going to go up and feed those switches over there. Make sense?